Hi, it's Gabby coming at you with an update. Hopefully it's not too loud here. I'll even switch hands. Oh no, I won't, because you can be seeing my camera. Well, I don't have my speaker, so this might be like catching all of the other noises, including my twins talking. But it's time for an update, and it ain't good. That person completely ghosted me at that housing development. I have called multiple times and emailed multiple times and been completely ignored, which is cool because it's $300 down the drain that they offered to give back, and now hopefully they just cancel the check. But if not, I'm definitely gonna reject it because I was never told that they don't allow the dog breed in. They just said they allowed dogs. And honestly, it just feels like a copy of this place because that's definitely what happened here. Yeah, I did make it purple. I definitely need to give another dye. I did not do a very good job. And I think if I just did one more overlay to it, give it a little like week or two break, if I did one overlay to it like this weekend when Josh has off and have him help me, I think it would fill in a little bit better because I was just editing my natal education video and you can see so much pink. And I will say I did not put it on the best that I could have. So, and I'm not taking into consideration I'm literally like growing my hair out. So definitely need 2 containers for sure this time. And this was like the one time I didn't get 2 full containers. But yeah, I'm headed to my mom's. It's not a good time. We're having horrible sleeping arrangements, everything. Basically just, I'm already sacrificing my whole entire house to go to this place. I literally have nowhere else to go. I've sent in millions of applications, heard back from nothing. Definitely can't purchase a home since my taxes is nowhere to be found because I wouldn't have a down payment. So headed back to my mom's for the first time since my child was a baby, which was probably 6 to 8 years ago when we were actually there. I can't remember exactly. And now my sister works there, and it's like my biggest triggers. And this is the place where my dad died, and I haven't lived here since then, besides like my postpartum. My sister and her husband works there, which is a whole story I'm not even ready to go into at this current moment, but it's not a great idea. And then my mom is very, I don't know. And then my middle sister is kind of like the mediator in our Facebook group, messenger group, and some things it works out, some things it doesn't, but it's always a fight to get absolutely anything my way. And basically I, in my older sister's eyes, was expected to go there, even though I'm paying money and covering my food, might I add. I am paying for the extra bills that would happen due to my whole family living there. That was the whole agreement, something I easily agreed on, but keeping it at a minimum, not real rent, so that I'm able to purchase my own car and e-bike and then eventually get the fuck out of there. Especially because who knows if I even will get these taxes, let alone at all. But yeah, it hasn't been a good time. Like last night was absolutely horrible. I have zero will to keep going forward because of it. I know that shouldn't be the case, and everything in my cards is telling me to trust this process. I know this is like how I'm gonna get what I want. This is the ultimate test. I definitely need to be going to way more Al-Anon meetings and way more therapy, doing other stuff. I'm just really gonna keep my head down and avoid myself, keep us all separate once we're in there and once it's done and over with, and just not expect the bubble. I gave my twins bubbles. Just not expect anything, because if I do, then things will go awry, and honestly I will do whatever it takes to get enough money to be able to get out of there. Sorry for the change in lighting. I got a twist around my twins' eggs that are horrible. Please hold. I got it ready, so all I had to do was wait for the cheese to melt. But these are a group of individuals that have never gone to therapy at a certain degree, never gone to Al-Anon, maybe done their own self-work that I have no idea about, but we have zero relationship. We've never had a relationship as adulthood. I definitely wasn't the greatest teenager to ever exist, and I've definitely earned my reason to lose my trust and for them to have their emotions. But at this point in my life, with how much work I've done in the last 5+ years, like, it's just their own shit at this point. They refuse to see me in any other light, which is really debilitating coming from the people that I have almost zero control over and supposedly my family. And you have all these ideas that they're supportive, and they're supportive on their own terms and realistically just financially. And, you know, yeah, giving me a space, but like any emotions, anything mentality, they're not, and they never have been. So I'm at the point that I know that I shouldn't expect anything less, but, you know, trying to fight me on having a bedroom and trying to be separate from my twins when they were willing to give a full room to my sister's husband's grandmother that was passing away. But it's totally a different situation, and she's allowed to block that off because, you know, it's not a different situation. We both had nowhere else to go besides within the system, which is facts. But it's different because it's me. And I'm supposed to be living here. You know, my mom was like, well, maybe you can live here until you get a down payment on a house. I don't really have a choice at this point because of my kids trying not to move and my animals. But I honestly... if we don't get taxes this year and next year, I literally don't know what I'm going to do. I literally don't. Like, I would just pray that I can find something to rent because I truly cannot live at that place longer than, you know, January 2026. I really can't. I have to get out by then. And even then, that's so much. And I'm so scared of going backwards mentally, being around these people. And there are so many perks to living here. More access to a car, easier access to the babysitters, you know, so there's not this like 1 hour trip in order to get it. I will have laundry and, you know, be in town, be able to do more stuff with my kids. There are so many perks to it, but the mentality is the whole reason why I've avoided this for so long, even though I've lived in places I can't afford and have had to continuously ask my mom for financial help, and I couldn't make that happen. I couldn't make it work in the 3 months time that I was given to say that my lease wasn't going to be redone, and so now I'm literally stuck between here or a motel. And basically what they wanted was for me to live like a motel, and now still the agreement is for us to sleep in the same bedroom as our twins, which we have yet to do pretty much their entire lives. And yeah, sacrifices have to be made, but like my whole entire house has to go into storage. My animals have to be shoved up with 4 other cats. My dog has to be with another dog constantly. My kids aren't going to get their normal, you know, safe spaces. They're going to feel the tension in this house even if we're not fighting, you know. There's just always comments from my older sister. And I'll be honest, last night it definitely made me feel extremely low, and I just feel constantly kicked in the face. And especially for my mom to agree and all of them to go backwards on stuff, and, you know, saying one thing, not saying the other. Then my middle sister, like, being a cunt and acting like I need to apologize like I'm 12. Like, I'm a year away from 30. I know I'm failing here, but, like, it's not by choice. It's not like I really have an option. And for you to blatantly say that and then continue to do this is just really hard. So obviously I'll be documenting the journey, and I'm sure you'll see more tears, but I'm just going to do everything in my power to stay as far away from everyone and really learn to separate myself. So moving state separation is exactly what I need and what I'm used to. Because at this point, there's no reason to stay up in New York anymore. There really isn't. As much as I love my friends. When your own family is completely tearing you down constantly, what's the point? You know? If it wasn't for my kids last night, I would have done something really stupid. So, that's where I'm at. Not a great place, but between a rock and a hard place. So yeah, that's the update. Sorry for not a great one.